Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Santa Fe Prep Middle School Promotion 2025. If I have yet to get a chance to meet you, my name is Heather Robinson, and I am honored to serve as the head of middle school at Santa Fe Prep. It is so lovely to see so many families, friends, teachers, and of course the stars of the show today, the students, out here today in the direct sunlight. It's awesome. Here at Prep Middle School, our end-of-year rhythm is a little different than it is anywhere else. We had our last day of classes last Thursday. We had a celebration and our last day on campus last Friday. And then the 8th graders headed off to float the Rio Grande for 3 days before coming back for this official promotion ceremony. It's quite the shock seeing them from yesterday to these beautiful humans here today. I look at today's celebration and ceremony as kind of putting an exclamation point on the end of middle school. Another added bonus of this timing was my ability to attempt, to save myself from being pelted with super soakers on the river by telling the students that their name might accidentally get left off the promotion list today. Or that I may or may not have a water gun hiding behind this podium that may come out and retaliation will come at an inopportune time. You'll see. Of course, these were empty threats. At least they hope they were. And in case you were wondering, I did not save myself at all. A couple of months ago, Coach Chakers made a comment in a team meeting that said, teaching middle school is a team sport. And while I had never phrased it that way, it really resonated with me how true that statement is. We could not do what we do to support our students without each other. And let me tell you, this team sitting behind me is one of the best. But you see, on this team, our victories or wins don't come from any sort of measurable outcome or score on a scoreboard. We win by seeing our young people begin to discover who they are and build foundations for the rest of their life. Our wins come from seeing a student persevere and have that aha moment in a classroom. They come when we hear them reflect on service that they have provided to our community or ask amazing questions that show their curiosity and that they are really listening. Yes, they do listen on occasion. And you would not believe the sense of victory we feel when a student remembers to pick up their trash or wash their dishes at the campground. We are talking home runs, touchdowns, all the celebrations. So before we begin, I would like to take an opportunity to thank my teammates in this amazing sport. Oftentimes, we as adults can look back on our middle school years that were inevitably filled with angst, social drama, as the youth say, life lessons at every turn, and emotional roller coasters, and think, man, I am so glad I just survived middle school. I highly doubt you will find anyone, maybe a couple, but anyone who would look back on middle school with extreme fondness and think, I really wish I could go back and do those years again. Just doesn't happen. It's just a developmental stage that is universally tough to get through for everyone, a rite of passage, so to speak. And I would say that our shared goal as a team is that we want our students to not just survive, but thrive in these 2 years. And that's what a celebration like this one is about. Oftentimes, when you are at a prep school, where the end goal is most often working to build a transcript in high school and get to college, middle school can just be seen as a stepping stone to high school. A celebration of this particular milestone could get easily overlooked. I mean, their upper school commencement and formal entrance into adulthood is only 4 years away. Sorry for bringing that up, parents, but it's true. But in my personal and very unbiased, but pretty biased opinion, making it through these particular 2 years with smiles on your faces, come on, smile. See, I did it. Yeah, is a huge accomplishment and should be celebrated. I am so grateful that here at Prep, we continue to make this day a priority. We get dressed up, we create the program, we practice processing. Did you see those lines when they came in? It was great. And we celebrate the countless ups and downs. And I do mean countless, like probably even this morning, if you were a parent of a middle schooler, had some ups and downs getting here, that have helped build a strong foundation as they enter this next era at Prep. You are going to hear from some of our students today about the aforementioned ups and downs over the past 2 years and, wait for it, how they have grown from them and what they've learned along the way. It's awesome. And that's what our middle school is all about. giving that safe place to mess up and fail, and being the biggest cheerleaders when they succeed. I said this last year and probably will say it every year I have the opportunity to give this address. Apologies for parents with multiple children and to my colleagues. But as middle school educators, we don't often get to see the fruits of our labor, and I mean labor. We don't get to see it as up close or obviously as teachers of other age groups. Elementary teachers get the adoring fans in their students. They get to see them learn to read their first words, do their first multiplication problems. Upper school teachers see them as they start to drive and become responsible, apply to and get accepted into colleges, the on-ramp into becoming an adult. We, however, pour into our students during a very awkward time when, like most of us, the emotional and social ups and downs of adolescence will reign supreme in their memories, like it does for all of us. This is a reality we all know, and yet we still choose to play this sport because engaging, nurturing, and guiding middle schoolers is our calling. And we really enjoy laughing on a regular basis because middle schoolers are funny, y'all. They really are. And today we get to celebrate them. And now to you, students. This is also the time that I remind you who loved you when you were this age, when shenanigans were abundant, and make sure that you come back and visit so that we can laugh and reminisce about the awkwardness of these years for years to come. I know most of you are just itching to make that jump to upper school next year, to get that freedom, to feel more responsible, to have free periods on campus, and we are so excited for you to do that. But first, let's use this day, your final day as 8th graders, as a way to celebrate the time you have spent getting ready for this next chapter. I know that all of you will find your way, your people, your passions, and that you will face challenges and come out better for them in the end. You are ready. And we, all of us, look forward to continuing to cheer you on as you grow. I mean, the middle school quad is just over there, in case you have forgotten. We will have hugs, high fives, Bonnie snuggles, Mrs. Jansen's earrings. You have to come back and see what new ones she gets. And of course, thinking mints ready for you. So don't forget to come out and just hang out for a bit. I do know where you are, and I will come remind you if you need it. And now let's get this program started with the good stuff. Our first student speaker is Simone Harvey Romero with a speech entitled Letter to Simone.
To Simone, you are 4 years old, rocking a messy brown ponytail with a butterfly clip on each side. You will walk in that preschool classroom with more confidence than you'll have in 10 years. You'll meet your best friend in the world, at least for the next 6 years. Soon you will learn the meaning of exclusion when you're on both sides. You dress in polka dots and stripes and cute shirts picked out by your mother. You'll wave across the playground at your older brother in 1st grade. You talk to everyone, even if they don't talk back, starting conversations with, "Would you like to be friends?" The day your mom comes home from work with 2 puppies, a golden labradoodle and a brown Jack Russell Terrier, is a day you will remember forever. To Simone, you are now 7 with no front teeth and no fear. With braids and a sparkly shirt, you go out every 2 weekends with your dad to the movies or the library. You don't understand at the time why you don't see him often. You have thoughts that you do not want to share out of fear they will come true if you put them in the universe. What if I come home and my mom isn't there? What if I never see my brother again? You hang on to hope every time you see your dad, that maybe your parents will fall in love again and get back together. You will be unfastening your seatbelt to see a movie with your dad, and he will come up to the window to say hello to your mom. She'll turn as white as a sheet, have a quick conversation with him, and tell you to give him a kiss on the cheek and say goodbye. You'll cry the whole way home, not understanding why your mom didn't let you go with him. You'll remember it forever. To Simone, you are 9. I understand COVID is scary, but you honestly love being in your pajamas all day. Your mom, your brother, and you go out to Pecos to see your grandma a lot. Do you like hiking and playing in the river? Trying to grow out your bangs, you start to play tennis. You will realize when COVID is all over that this is the reason you got through it. When your mom gets a new idea, you and your brother are the test subjects, letting her use your faces as canvases as she pulls out her face paint. You don't realize it at the time, but these are precious memories. You miss traveling, especially up to the Northwest, in Washington and British Columbia. You really love the rain, don't you? You don't know it, but soon you will get the call that your dad is in hospice in Colorado, of all places. You don't understand what hospice is, so you choose to continue your drawing. Through many art projects, tennis lessons, and attempts to make the next hit TV show on Zoom, you will get through COVID. To Simone, you are 13 years old, trying to figure out what to wear and why your hair suddenly got wavy. Smack dab in the hardest part of middle school, you try not to break down the second you get home because of all the drama. Some of your favorite trips will be very soon to Maine and Mallorca. You play in tennis tournaments every single weekend, winning, losing, and learning. You are in Albuquerque almost as much as you're in Santa Fe. One of the dogs you grew up with was killed by a mountain lion. You hate mountain lions with a passion now. You will learn a lot more in 7th grade than how to calculate the diameter of a circle, trust me. You'll learn trust, responsibility, organization, and how to set boundaries. You will learn the qualities of a good friend and a not so good one. Remember these skills, you'll need them for the rest of your life. To me, I'm super proud of how far you've come. Some days were really hard, even when it wasn't obvious to the people around you. The voice that has helped shape you into the person you are now is your own voice. You are one person made up of many different people. When you feel confident, it's your 4-year-old self walking into her classroom with her butterfly clips. When you feel fear or confusion, it might be your 7-year-old self in the car buckling her seatbelt again. When you feel extra creative, it's your 9-year-old self showing up for what she does best. Finally, when everything seems like too much to handle, remember your 13-year-old self. She had so much going on and still managed to balance all of it. How you think, talk, and live is shaped by every moment you've lived through. Every version of yourself is still inside you, and that's what makes you, you. So to the girl who needs help sometimes, to the girl who admires anyone with bravery to be themselves, to the girl who gets frustrated or scared or makes mistakes, to Simone, forgive yourself, ask for help, don't let your past mistakes define you. Live with your fear, because even though it can hold you back, it can also push you forward. Adapt, but don't let your future self lose your current self.
And now, a musical performance from our very own The Lumbros with guest vocalist, 8th grader Ava Thompson.
Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. Although this wave is streaming us along, just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
Settle down and it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. The trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Settle down, it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. The trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. know you're not alone.
'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
Ooh, ooh, ooh,
Our next student speaker is Luke Sterling with a speech titled How Our Differences Make Us Stronger. He will be followed by Maddie James reading her speech called Identity.
How do differences make us stronger? At first, when I was considering coming to prep for my 8th grade and high school years, I thought, no. I want to go to a big school, one with a football stadium, a massive campus, and thousands of kids. Why did I, though? Because I thought when there's more people, it's easier to find people I could relate to and be friends with. But now that I'm here, I've seen the prep community in a whole different way. Even though there's not a lot of people, each person is totally unique to themselves. That's why I think that all the differences at prep make it that much better. Even though it's small, it has so many different people with so many different beliefs and hobbies, which has shown me that the uniqueness, even at a small school, makes it just as diverse and has just as many different people than at a big school. At first this year, I always tried to do what others did, thinking the only way to befriend people was to basically be a copy of them. Except as the years gone by, I've slowly found what I like to do and what truly makes me happy. With this, I've also learned that you don't need to be similar to someone to be friends with them. You can be best friends with someone who lives a totally different life from you. This is an example of how our differences can make us stronger, and how at a school like prep, even though it's small, it's so dense with individuality that it ends up connecting us even more. Another example I've found of how our differences make us stronger is when I learned a lot of people at prep mountain bike. I'd never done it before, so it was totally new to me, but I did it. And even though I don't go often and I'm not good at it, it's something that I will know how to do forever. This shows that differences can also lead us to try something new, learn a new sport, try a new food, or just try something for the sake of doing it. So differences also show us new things and can give us new perspectives. When you first hear someone say, "Why do differences make us stronger?" you think, and as I just said, it teaches us new things and can give us new perspectives. But not everybody in life will see eye to eye with you or agree with you even a little. So being exposed to more people who don't necessarily agree with you can be good. Even though in the moment it can be frustrating or angering, it can make your brain see things differently and understand more about others and yourself. Lastly, differences can all around help us be better humans. By being exposed to different cultures and people with different beliefs, we overall get to a point where we won't judge people and instead try to see where they're coming from and understand whatever it is that makes them unique to us. One of my favorite Anthony Bourdain quotes is, "I don't have to agree with you to like or respect you." This quote to me shows that even if it's something to argue over like politics or sports that you disagree with someone on, you can still be friends with them and respect their decisions. As I've made my way through middle school, I've learned that being with others and spending time with completely different people than you doesn't change you to be like them. It helps you understand who you are and what you like to do. That's why it's good to not only have differences, but to spend time with people who are different, but to spend time with people who are also different from you. Because even though in the moment it can be frustrating, it will overall help you become a better person and help you find who you are. This is why differences make us stronger. Thank you.
Identity, the fact of being who or what a person or thing is. But how do you define who a person is? By their appearance, academics, sports? None of these things say who a person is. They only describe what they do. This is why I dread the question, how do you describe yourself as a person? I don't know how to answer a question that doesn't have an answer that I believe in or know as a fact to be true. I'm a visual learner and I cannot see my identity. So how am I supposed to convey my hatred for liars and my love for all things organized? When I was little and was asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? I would always say, anything but a nurse. My mom, grandma, and aunt are all nurses. I knew that if I were to be a nurse, it wouldn't be my accomplishment. My family would already have done it, multiple times. So what did I want to be? Another unanswered question about my identity. How was I supposed to know who I was if I didn't even know what I wanted to be? Throughout this whole year, I have learned many lessons. Through studying different types of equations to analyzing Shakespeare, my knowledge of not only the world, but of academics has increased incredibly this year. But there was one aspect of my life that I felt I was not going to increase my knowledge on, simply because I did not know how. Knowing who you are is not something that you can be studied or be taught. It is not a curriculum or a worksheet. As much as I wish, I cannot learn who I am by completing an assignment. Towards the end of the year, I started to ponder this question. So many things have changed about me as a person this school year. I know who I used to be, but I don't think that I know who I am now. And that is normal. I may not know who I am as a person, but I know who I am as a student and as an athlete. I know who I am as a friend and a family member, and all those things are a part of me. So I still cannot fill out a get-to-know-me worksheet. I know it makes up my personality. Coming into 8th grade, I didn't know what to expect. The only thing that I focused on was the schoolwork, how hard it was going to be, especially math, which has always frustrated me. As I'm going into 9th grade, I'm thinking mostly about all the changes that are going to occur. Moving into a different quadrant classroom, change can be a shock, especially for someone like me who struggles to alter even the slightest aspect of her daily routine. I feel I'm prepared to go into high school with a new perspective. Knowing answers to questions such as what are you going to be and where are you going to college is overrated and overwhelming. First, you need to know who you are in order to know what you want to be. And this is why I can't answer these questions. Eventually, I will need to know an answer, and when that day comes, I am confident in my ability to understand myself enough to make that life-paving question. Identity is not a tangible thing, which can be hard to grasp. But once you're able to understand the idea, not the fact, of identity, then you can be able to understand your own. Thank you.
And now, the middle school musical theater cast. Is this on? The middle school musical theater cast of Mean Girls Jr. will be performing a piece from the musical called I See Stars with soloist Iona Brunner.
Cheap, fake, easy to break. That's how I used to be. Now I'm awake. I'll tell you what I see. Plastic don't shine, glitter don't shine, rhinestones don't shine the way you do. You are so real, you are so rare. I see you there. I see you. I see stars, so many stars tonight. You could make diamonds dull. You are so beautiful. I see stars, you shine as bright as day. I will look out for you. We'll light each other's way. You're all stars. See, I went low, not high. That was my problem. Mine. Don't be frightened like me. The darker the night, the brighter you shine.
Plastic don't shine.
Glitter don't shine Rhinestones don't shine the way you do. You are on fire. You can rise higher up in the sky. Enjoy the view. You stars, so many stars at night. You could make diamonds dull. You are so beautiful. I see stars. Stars, so many stars tonight. We could make diamonds dull. We are so beautiful. I see stars. We shine as bright as day. I will look out for you. We'll light each other's way. We are so real. We are so rare. We see you there. We see you. We're all stars. We're all stars. So many stars. Stars.
And now we will have Juliet Dayton perform an original piece entitled Community.
Good morning. Hi, Papa. All right. Community. It's preppy. Outsiders may see it as boring, predictable, and basic. But to me, it's not one of those things. And let me tell you why. Before 7th grade, I had been homeschooled, traveling the world and meeting new people with my parents and my dog. We moved to Santa Fe before the start of COVID-19. I decided that I wanted to go to school. I chose Santa Fe Prep. It was a difficult transition. I felt alienated, different, like I didn't belong. But over the last 2 years, I learned that I can make strong friendships, even in this small school. For me, community is when you are crying and your friend walks up to you asking, "Are you okay?" For me, community is when someone confronts you about something you said and you both talk together to work it out. For me, community is when your friend calls you after school asking why you weren't there that day and you talk for hours. Community is the small things, the short conversations, the smiles exchanged from across the room, laughing about something so inconsequential that it makes the subject of humor even funnier. In the last 2 years, I have wondered if I should leave this school. When the comments that people sent my way were too much to bear, when I stayed up till midnight doing homework and I didn't get enough sleep, when I didn't have enough energy to go through the day. But for every mean comment, there was always a kind one from someone else. For every hour of homework, I slept 2 hours on the weekend. When I had no more energy, the person sitting next to me would give me a talkie. Somehow, after that, I was no longer tired. And all those little things are community. Middle school is not about getting an A on a test, winning a game, or turning in all of your assignments on time. It's the things that aren't due at a certain date, sent on a calendar by someone else telling you to do something. Middle school is a time when you learn to do things by yourself. It's sending an email to your teacher when you have to leave early for an appointment or game and not having to be reminded by your parents to do it. It's going to your teacher for help when you don't understand something with your homework. We have all faced trials, but there was always someone there to help. We weren't alone. We had our community. In times of distress, there is always someone who says something that warms your heart, and that's where community shines through. I want to invite you to realize, to cherish, and to honor the community we have. It's you, it's me, it's the faculty, the staff, the parents, the community that will help us overcome the arguments, quarrels, and misunderstandings. So let's listen to each other, respect one another, and cherish our friendships and the ones to come. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Aaron Schubach, head of Santa Fe Prep. It's such a pleasure to be here with you to celebrate these amazing students. Our middle school faculty have selected 6 students for special recognition, one for each component of our portrait of a graduate. The portrait is the expression of the intellectual habits and skills students gain at Santa Fe Prep, and it's delivered in our classes, off-campus expeditions, sports, arts, and TAP programs. Students, if I call your name, please approach the podium to receive your award from Ms. Robinson. Max White. Max, today we recognize you with the Intentional Craftsperson Award, celebrating your exploration of ambitious challenges with both agency and resilience and your commitment to personal growth. Specifically, the faculty celebrate the creative ways that you look for solutions to problems and design challenges in STEM fields and the Fab Lab. If I remember correctly, an award-winning Halloween costume might have been a byproduct of your skills. Congratulations, Max. Jaden Rand. Jaden, today we recognize you with the Critical and Creative Thinker Award. The faculty salute your ability to activate prior knowledge, acknowledge multiple perspectives, make connections between disciplines, and express your thoughts clearly. Specifically, they appreciate your ability to analyze new information in all disciplines and how you actively seek feedback in every area of your studies. Congratulations, Jaden. Juliet Anderson. Juliet, today we honor you with the Effective Communicator Award for your ability to express yourself both verbally and in writing. Specifically, the faculty acknowledge how you frequently seek ways to contribute to your community, your outstanding work as a writer, your success at state and national spelling bees, and your commitment to service. Congratulations, Juliet. Ollie Wood. Ollie, today we honor you with the Culturally Aware and Responsive Citizen Award for your ability to relate to people with different perspectives and life experiences. Specifically, the middle school faculty celebrate how you see others and advocate for them, particularly for those who need support, and how you bring your authentic sense of self with you wherever you go. Congratulations, Ollie. Nicole McDonald. Nicole, today we honor you with the Steward Award for the way you serve as a positive caretaker for your environment and the community. Specifically, the middle school faculty appreciate that you are often one of the first to volunteer or provide help to a classmate, a teacher, or to care for our campus. You often serve as a peacemaker with your peers, and your drive to do your best is commendable. Congratulations, Nicole. Our final recognition, Gracie Anderson. Gracie, today we honor you with the Balance Award for the way that you make... It is good balance. Today we honor you with the Balance Award for the way you make the most of your mental, emotional, and physical self to be healthy, aware, and grounded. In doing so, you engage with the world with purpose and joy. Specifically, the middle school faculty honor the friendly way you create community with your peers, your desire to get the most out of all areas of the school, and the healthy way you balance academics, sports, and the arts. Congratulations, Gracie.
Our final student speaker is Naisa Reyes Zadion with a speech titled, "What Does Middle School Really Teach Us?"
Drama, friends, crushes, and people we have had our ups and downs with. All of these things have taught us a lot about who we are and who we can become. Middle school isn't just about the academic learning. It's a time where we make mistakes and learn from them, or not. But it's okay, because middle school is here to give us life lessons that don't just come from textbooks. They come from your best friend, your teacher, your classmate, or even the person you like or don't like. This year, I was curious and asked what high school was like. What I heard from high schoolers was that middle school is basically a roller coaster with upside-down loops, weird turns, and moments where you scream and laugh at the same time. We're still figuring things out that we never expected, like your real first heartbreak or losing a friend you thought would be there forever. But somehow, even the hard stuff teaches us something. And it's okay, because we're learning and going through all this stuff that we didn't think we would get through. Middle school is here to help you learn more about yourself and the person you want to be. High school is definitely going to be a big jump from middle school, but I think it'll be good. It'll be challenging, fun, and scary at the same time. High school is going to be this huge leap forward. Some of us are starting jobs this summer, some might be getting their driver's permit soon. And let's be honest, none of us actually feel 100% ready for all that. I mean, yesterday I still needed help opening a juice box, and now I'm supposed to understand taxes or parallel parking. Like, what? But the thing is, middle school has actually prepared us. Like, sure, it taught us about facts and formulas, but also about the real stuff, like learning when to speak up, or when to say sorry, or how to forgive someone who never apologized but still mattered to you. It taught us how to cheer someone on when they finally got their first cartwheel right in PE, or how to survive gym dodgeball without getting emotionally or physically destroyed. I mean, if we look at it like this, middle school is basically a big friend group. Some days we laughed so hard we cried, others we just cried. But we're all in it together, right? Even if we don't always say it out loud. The stress, the drama, the excitement, the weird hallway stares, and the what did I even wear today moments, all of that was a part of it. And even though some of us are way beyond ready to move on, I hope we don't forget this time. I hope we remember the inside jokes and the people who were there for us when we needed it the most. Writing this speech made me realize that I feel ready yet scared for high school. I mean, I want to be responsible and mature, but also have fun. Recently, I've accomplished a lot thanks to all my amazing teachers who have helped me be a better version of myself and get through hard times. Writing this speech kind of took me down memory lane of all the fun, sad, embarrassing, and awkward moments of middle school. Sometimes I do wish I could have done things differently, but like I said, this is a time to make mistakes. I'm very glad that I was able to experience middle school with all you guys, whether we're close friends or not, or even if we just wave at each other while going to lunch. The transition from middle school to high school is like that roller coaster feeling from earlier. At the beginning, we're all excited for something new, aka middle school, that we've never experienced before. Then, when we actually step into school, we get nervous but excited, just like how you would feel on a roller coaster, even though we don't know what to expect. Once we get to the middle of the year or the edge of the roller coaster, we start to get scared that we want to back out. But when the year ends or the roller coaster drop is over, we're all laughing and relieved that we finished that. Now, since roller coasters repeat a few times, it's just like how we have an amount of school years that we need to accomplish. But this time, we'll feel less scared or nervous because we know what to expect. That's what middle school was like. So, here's to every awkward moment, every inside joke, every group project meltdown, every silent hallway walk, every secret crush, or every I can't wait to leave this place moment. Because all of that, that's middle school, and it mattered. Thank you.
And now, it's time to be promoted. Students, as I call your name, we'll go row by row. Please come and receive your certificates from Mr. Schubach. So first row, if you want to stand. Juliet Grace May Anderson. Grace Murnane Anderson. Nathan James April. When you get up here, pause for the picture. Okay. Luna Bassett. Iona Mai Brunner. Genevieve Colette Chappell. Second row. Spencer Clark. Caliana Rose Clemente. Julius Cooper. Juliet Miranda Dayton. Sia Duran E. Jennings. Frances Diane Enfield. Nazira Hadia Hadid. Simone Cornell Harvey Romero. Brody Heineman. Alexander Hendricks. Mattingly Rose Magdalena James. Stellan Janny Jones. Lillian Mary Kozak. Evelyn Celia Lemon. Mazen Reiska Litzenberg. Kieran McCarthy Jacobs. Nicole Renee McDonald. James McDonald. Amato McWilliams. Aya Miranda. Uma Devi Namchak. Griffin Michael North. Sasha Medley Pinot. Aliana Consuelo Quintana de Andres. Leah Carmen Quintana de Andres. Jaden Rand. Oliver Kip Reed. Naisa Caridad Reyes Sation. Sam Roberts. Dow Romero. Liam Hurrien Rocher. Faith Matan Rosen. Zeev Lacey Rosen. Lilia Sam. Leaf Scott. Otto Taylor Schultz. Jack Philip Smucker. Luke Andrew Sterling. Jayan Sapansky. Finn Theobald Green. Ava Ann Thompson. Amaru Tyson. Pema Sela Tobden. Talia Nave Torres. Beatrice Iona Unger McCullough. Ginger Grace Villarrubia. Max White. Oliver James Wood. Nolan Robert Woods. Justin Chingun Zilbayar. That's it. Congratulations, now ninth graders. And now Ashley Satterthwaite, our head of upper school, will welcome you to the upper school.
Good morning. I get the privilege of congratulating each of you on your promotion, and it is with much enthusiasm that I welcome you to the upper school as Prep's new ninth grade class. As I have contemplated over the brief message that I would like to share with you as we celebrate your transition into the next division at Prep, I have struggled to resist the urge to make some sort of analogy to Formula One and use this moment to continue my debate with a few of you that it's simply not Verstappen's year. Granted, mapping your middle school experience onto the weekend format of an F1 race would really be quite easy. However, and unfortunately, I imagine that not all of you are equally invested in Formula One, although I certainly invite you to be. So, instead, I would like to reference a more appropriate analogy that almost everyone can relate to, connected to the experience of your last few days. As you prepare to level up to upper school, I would like for you to reflect upon your recent rafting trip and consider the ways in which you connected and relied on one another there, while also identifying which lessons you might bring with you to approach your time in the upper school. Think about it. With PFDs securely fastened, you embarked on a journey together to navigate different types of water rapids while dodging obstacles in the process. You had a guide in the boat with you providing instruction about how to successfully navigate the river. At times, it was important to take strokes in unison to avoid high-siding your raft, and at other moments, it was crucial for you to be able to hear critical safety instructions to avoid dangerous situations. Just as essential as these times were, there was also a fair amount of time where you could goof off, attempt to drench one another, and make some lasting memories in each other's good company. Your journey through the upper school will likely mirror many of these same moments, albeit in some different ways. Yet, applying the lessons you learned on the river may come in handy. I want you to know that you will have multiple guides and your teachers who will keep an eye on the paths you're preparing to encounter ahead and will provide you with critical instruction to navigate it. You will continue to have a support network there to pull you in when it feels like you've been bucked off and are trying to swim in the deep. Even though you are moving on to upper school, please don't forget the care your middle school teachers have and will continue to have for you. Lean on them when you need a reminder of how your differences make you stronger, or just how much of a star you really are. Or take a trip back to the other quad occasionally if you simply need a little love from Bonnie. We want you all to know how thrilled we are to have you joining us more permanently on this quad in the fall. I am grateful to be receiving you as 9th grade students and celebrating successes and moments that will be shared together. Not just when Piastri earns his first driver's championship, but also when you learn strategies to navigate the many obstacles you will overcome that will undoubtedly accompany New Waters. Welcome to you all.
Okay, we have come to the end of our official program. We want to thank you all for being here with us today as we celebrate this amazing group of young people as they embark on their next chapter. But before we go, I have decided to make it a tradition to get one last selfie with you, the class of 2029, on your last day of middle school. Show me those smiles. Once our students have recessed out, there will be a Light Bites reception for our students and guests in the middle school quad. It's over there in case we haven't pointed over there enough. Please join us. 8th graders, you may rise. 9th graders, oh, thank you. 9th graders, and recess when the music plays, you may file out.